Okay, hello Xi. Today I'm gonna making the videos through the Ascendancies, which is GTC just revealed today. It's not today. It's yesterday. Is now the time I recording is a little bit late after the is reveal. But yeah, the today videos gonna talking about all the Ascendancy choices I have made and from my opinion, which is gonna be fit for the ideally way to go and to playing with. Yeah, so let's go to the first one, the sorcerer. The sorcerer, we're gonna have the Stormweaver. I have some ways which is call it the core way. The core way I follow 1, 2, 4, and 5, which is gonna give you like priority of the deep chilling power and elemental storm mechanic for massive AoE slow and all damage chilling effect, which is I already write it here. And you can also check on the ascendancies note here. They have review everything here every day, everything in here. So yeah, the first one, the Stormweaver I have here is yeah, I have the cold way and the light way. What is the light way? The light way is like shock enemy if for shortly with the shock the shock duration, but increase the effectiveness across all the damage types. So here you can see the exposure, elemental storm, blah blah blah. Yeah, things I have wrote down here. So everybody, like each of you gonna have this in very down below in the comment, in the description. Sorry. Yeah, and also we have a cast and tanky way. I have think about this way because from my point of view, like Stormweaver also have a little bit tanky option with the yeah, recoup as a energy seal. But yeah, this one gonna give you like a superior survivability using arcane search, elemental recoup, and yeah, an ECS energy seal for sustainability. Yeah, and then the next one, in the sorcerer we have chronomancer. The chronomancer has also we have three ways. I think it should be more ways, but yeah, here I have only three ways in my opinion, which is gonna be fit good for the character and the ascendancies. The first one is the defensive caster. Why I call this defensive caster? It's just me naming it to make it more fit to the type of it. Okay, so the defensive caster is start with 5, 1, 7, and 8. So you will get crazy cooldown efficiency, recoup mechanic, and bonus flask uptime for the incredible sustain during fight. Yeah, it is not actually a flask uptime. It should be a Maven flask effect similar to it, but it's not the flask uptime. Sorry, it should be Maven flask, half of the effect of the Maven flask, which is in the note 8. Here the note A is called it the rapid river. So you can see it very clearly when you go to the website forum view thread, which is just reveal the information. Yeah, and so on. We got efficiency caster. Efficiency caster, or you can call it like effect caster. So you go for 1, 4, 1, 2, and 6. It depends on you, but you need to collect these 4. So to control the time with a skill like teleport, like time reverse, and enemy slow down, like the reset, like you slow enemy in the front in the prehenses, somewhere else, and the number 6 at the chronomancer, and so on. We have the art of caster. why why I call it the art of caster is because like it combines creative skill resets, time freezing, and something around the cooldown mastery, the not consume CD skill, blah blah blah. So it's like you showing off yourself the skill issue, which is like everybody has skill issue. When you're playing this way, you have showing the skill of your playstyle. Like you are a pro player or something, you should follow this way. If not, then don't follow this way. This way it's way too crazy. Don't follow it, okay? So then we go to the next one, the warrior. With the warrior build, I have some ascendancy, yeah, ascendancy sway for the Titan. First one, yeah. Later on we have a warbinger, yeah. But the first one, like the Titan, I have an idea about minion way. Maybe we can play the warrior as a minion guy. Because why? We have some point here: 1, 4, 5, and 8. So if you worry about what is the number and what is gives, yeah, it's already in here, everything in here. But I scroll it down like a 50% more armor. The looter, why the looter? Okay, the looter here is because you got plus 20 inventory slot, so I call it the looter. But yeah, the 50% increase more passive and 15% more maximum life, which is gonna give you a tanky version. You got loot more, you more and more, you increase passive tree, which is in the passive tree you're gonna have some minion here, very small notes here, blah blah blah, increase minion. Too many minions, more passive here, yeah. So I think it would be great if we have a minion wave for the Titan. Imagine the Titan and leading the minion army. It's gonna look fun. But let's try. Let's try. If you want to drop a try, then just try it, and let me know if you've success. Okay, I will very happy to hear that. So the second one is the semi tank stunner. Why I call it semi tank stunner? Because it has also armor. It had chance to cause the aftershock, and the aftershock is and one more thing, like 20 more damage, 20 more AOE with the number 3. So and of course you have maximum life. So more and more and maximum life is cause you have the defensive layers, and aftershock and more damage, more AOE is damage, right? So it's semi tank. It's not a 100% tanky. So it's semi tank and stunner. Aftershock dealing a stun things around the stun. And also I have an idea about hard stunner ascendancies, which is you gonna be a disabled guy. You in front of the fight for your team, or if you're playing as a party or you playing yourself, so you in front of the things, you stun everything by the aftershock, you AOE damage, you crushing blow, you more damage on stun enemies, right? So you 100% are the stunner. Okay, and then we go next to the warbinger. The warbinger, I have some ascendancies idea about the solo warrior. The solo warrior is about you break the armor equal to your damage dealing, right? And also you break the enemy armor is under 0, which is like imagine in PoE 1 you have minus resistance as a somewhere around like a minus 60. So here it's the same thing. If it's happened to the armor, so the enemies had the armor lower than 0, yeah, it's like something like piercing. You break the seal, break the armor, you hit more damage, so it's like more damage, right? So you can do it solo as a solo players. Okay, so cannot lose HP damage. So but here this one is gonna give you a defensive layers, so you cannot lose the HP to damage, but you also cannot perform action. But here you're standing there, you wait for your skill to cool down, and you're not losing HP. Very good, right? And also the last one, you're dealing damage, and you also have totem. So you create a totem to trigger the ancestral spirit, which is gonna give you more damage to the enemies. Okay, so the next one, the warrior fighter. The warrior fighter is let's say the warbinger fighter. I forgot to change the name, but yeah, it's a warrior class warbinger ascendancies. So here the fighter has a totem trigger and central spirit, of course, and itself have 20% more, like not more, but 20% damage taken from the totem before you. So you have a totem, you have ancestral spirit, and the totem gonna take the damage for you. Even you taking damage, it will transfer 20% to the totem. It's good defensive layers. And as a warrior, you have explode the corpse by the war cry when you're using it. And the last one, no cooldown for the war cry. Very nice. So it's like for this one, the idea is you go, you play, you killing the monster, and you killing another monster by that killing monster by explode these corpses as physical damage, and you have no cooldown recovery rate for the Warcry. Very insane. And the next one, the tanky one. The tanky one, yeah, the Warbinger already look very tanky. If you have a look at the Ascendancies, look like here, this dude, he's look tanky as fuck. Yeah. Oh, here. So you break the armor equal to your 10% of the damage deal, right? And you cannot slow HP, yeah, cannot perform action. Number 3. And you only get 40% block chance from the seal base, but it doesn't matter. Because at the number 6 of the warrior or the Warbinger here. So like you got 40% from the base, not from the value. So if your seal has a base block chance higher, so you get more higher block chance, which is pretty nice. But here less block chance, no problem. You need the last one, block damage without seal raise, so you don't have to raise your seal and you still have block chance. Nice, right? So very tanky. You stand in front of everything and you will not die. Okay. And the next one, the Rangers. The Rangers, I have some idea about the Frenzy Lover, for the Tailwind, for the non-one-shot, for the Never Miss, for the Deadeye. So let's go through it. The Frenzy Lover, you got maximum Frenzy instead like one charge by charges. So you got 30% to gain that shit. So 30% more damage with the number 4 and 1 projectile for number 5 and 1 mark for number 6. Imagine in the PoE 1 you never get over the limit of the mark, right? You only have 1 mark. But here the Deadeye in the PoE 2 got the insane note in the Ascendancies, which is gonna give you 2 mark it. 2 mark is mean more, very more, too much, super more damage, right? So here the Frenzy Lover and the Tailwind Lover gonna have the same thing as a +1 projectile and +1 mark, yeah, as a curse. And also here the Tailwind and the Frenzy has a little bit different. If you go through in it and you see if you love to get a Frenzy and the effective after that, or you want to have the Tailwind more rushing, run faster and go Tailwind, no problem. We still have more damage. It just have a change at the very first point. You gain Frenzy or you have Tailwind. Okay. And the next one, non-one-shot. Non-one-shot, you need to have Tailwind. Why? Because Tailwind gonna give you 3% less damage taken, but Tailwind max gonna be 30% if you get 10 Tailwind stack, right? But here you still got more damage, you got more projectile, but you got less mark as a very base one, first one. You only have 1 mark, but no problem, because here you're gonna try to get a small defensive layer to just increase the survivability, not get 1 hit. Here is the idea about the Ascendancies. 7, 4, 8, 5. So you go through the Deadeye, you will see it. 7, 4, 8, and 5. So in the 4, it depends on which way you go. If you go random arrow, you go point blank. If you go like something like far shot, lightning arrow, you go here, 4B. Okay. And the next one, Never Miss. I think it's here a little bit confused why there was a eagle eye, like no accuracy at a distance. From my understanding, this is Never Miss. So I'll call it a Never Miss. If it's wrong, then please tell me, then I'll fix it. Okay. So the Tailwind and more damage +1 projectile. Very simple, right? Just Never Miss. Okay, the next one is the Pathfinder. The Pathfinder, yeah, here is way a little bit like concoction enjoyer. And the first one, I feels like John Ron gonna love this one. Because here, the first one, Ascendancy, I have choose is very similar to the build he's released on the PoE 1, the Poison Concoction. Here, the first one got more flash charges gain, which is gonna give you the flash charges to throw the Poison Concoction. Yeah, and then the next one, the Poison Spray 1.5 meters, very nice, very small, but yeah, like it spear the poison, is it spear another poison, very nice. And also it double poison, inflict less duration, no problem, you got double poison inflict, that's a very increase damage, more damage for the poison. And it's consume mana to concoction for more damage. So it consumes the mana, so you don't have to spend only the life flask to throw the concoction to dealing damage, and you have no flash charges, which is very rare in the PoE too. So you spend the mana flask as a using normal skill, right? Very nice. And the second one is the elemental bleeding enjoyer. It's still a concoction, but you go a little bit different because like you have non-Q life flask. So life flask gonna be, you can use it every time. And here also you have 5 passives. You have more flash charges gain, but here you got consume mana to concoction, so more damage. Here it because like the number 1, 2, and 5, 6. Let's go through it here. Divide fighter 1, 2, and 5. In here, in number 5, why I name it like elemental and the bleeding, because here at the number 5, you're not gonna go number 5A. Here, you're gonna go 5B, C, D, E. It depends on you. You're interested in element, which type of element you're interested in, or you're interested in bleeding. Then here 5E. So that's why here like I named it like elemental or bleeding enjoyer. So the next one is a speedrunner flat. Why flat? Because it has no defensive layer, just speedrun. So let's movement speed while moving and using skill. This one is not like it is less the movement speed somehow, but this one is usable for you to using the skill and still got a movement speed. And yeah, the next one, you cannot be moved slow, you're gonna affect by slow. Yeah, very nice, right? So more flash charges gain. I think this one is just for you to get a mana to spamming skill, to got the charges and to keep going on the way. From my idea is just like that. And the tanky version is a little bit different, like you have a non-kill life flash, that's it. The non-kill life flash gonna give you trinket over and over and over again. So when your life flash is over, but you still have a life recovery effect on the life flash, so you're still available to survive. Yeah. So we go to the next one, the witch. The witch, we have the blood mage and the other one, the infernalist. But here we're gonna go through the blood mage first, because I really love the blood mage and the way it looks for the ascendancies. Here the blood mage, the first one, the bleeding. Okay, of course every blood mage had to start with the skill cost life, but here you got a chance to bleed more damage as physical contributability. So and so on, you have spell slit and curse never end. Why I said it curse never end is because you have to look in at the number 3 at the blood mage here. Number 3, your curse has infinite duration, so it's like the curse never end, right? Here, so curse never end. And the next one is crit mage, which is increase your crit by stacking life. So 1% increase crit by 40 life, so you're stacking life, more crit. And of course, yes, spell legit is important for this one because it's not tanky as much. And then you need the number 6 is the base spell crit 50%. Okay, the next one, the tanky mage. The tanky mage is like you need the spell legit, you need the Maven's Flask effect on the number 7, and you can ES on body armor as extra life, and also you can life in the modifiers too. So life and life from a energy seals in the body armor, which is very rare. And also at the number 7 here, you can see it's actually a Maven Flask here. It's a little bit weaker, but it looks similar to Maven Flask, right? So this is the real Maven Flask. The previous one is just a fake. Here, okay. So the next one about the Infernal list, I have some idea about Ascendancies, which is the semi-demon. Semi-demon, yeah, you need elite taken by fire, taken by physics at chaos. And become ignite when you deal crit. So here you're gonna get more damage, more crit damage, but you get burning. And also demon form, of course. If you go Infernalist, you should be focusing on try to learning how to play around with the demon form. Otherwise, you have to go another way. Max mana, max infernal length. Yeah, you can see here the semi-demon. Semi-demon has something in it, like a demon form, and deal more damage. Yeah. But here the second one, the minion firecaster. Why is called it minion firecaster? Because it just have one the hell minion, but it's still a minion, right? So you get the 20% of the damage taken from minion before you, which is pretty nice. So over 55% infernal flame, and again 20% damage as fires. So imagine you keep the infernal flame over 55%, then you will got more damage. Think about that way. But don't get max, because if you get maximum the infernal flame, you're gonna get problems. Here, okay, it's a little bit ignite, so you're gonna need a life flask to get a recovery, or you're gonna need another resources about the recovery rates. But here is about the idea about the minion and the damage from the fire. The last one look very basic, right? Tanky, reserve, and elite taken by things. Very normal. I think everybody know is at the very first stage. And the last one, the dark demon. Why why I call it the dark demon? Because I see as is Ascendancy is something call it the dark one. Yeah, I forgot where is it, but yeah, I call it the dark demon because like it's self using a demon form, itself using the infernal flame, using max demon flame. Itself has everything about the damage. No defensives, no regen, no nothing. All everything is about damage. So you have to worry about the resources for the regeneration or recovery of the mana of life flask. Okay, so the next one, the mercenary. The mercenary have the witch hunter, which is like I think Fopgun gonna like this part. No, I think Fopgun gonna like these characters, like this ascendancies, and me too. I also enjoy the mercenary, which call at the witch hunter. The witch hunter has too many ascendancy ways to enjoy the ascendancy, the ascension. Yeah. So the first one is semi tanky hunter. Why I call it? Because it can concentrate. If the enemy can concentrate, you're gonna deal more damage based on the missing concentrate. And the defensive, why is semi? Because his semi is also giving a little bit damage on the concentrate brick. Yep, I call it concentrate brick. And then the next one is you got a war seal. Why I call it war seal? Like it is something similar to the war seal. Is sorcery ward and seal, right? So I call it ward seal for the easy to understand what it is. Yeah, you got ward seal and you got increase the ward seal recovery rate and like a recovery faster something. It's very nice. So it's a little bit tanky and you can also dealing damage. This is the best. I think this is the best ascendancy. We should go for the witch hunter, but yeah, beside that we have weapon master. Why I call it weapon master? Because you can have 20 passive become weapon skill and the skill point. Weapon master, right? You're gonna have cooling strike, of course, and remove 5 to 30% enemy life before damage. So here I write the example. If the enemy have 1000 life and you remove maximum, imagine you remove maximum ideally 30%. So the enemy only have 700 life before you hit them. So the hit's gonna deal more damage like that way, right? So more damage, weapon master, more damage, of course. And the next one also dealing more damage at the assassin hunter, but we're gonna go to it later on after this one. And the next one, 10% chance to explode as physical. This one is more damage also. So here, think about the first one is the passive become weapon skills point. Here, the naming is because of this way. And the next one, the assassin hunter, of course, assassin. Why I call it assassin? Because if I select this ascendancy, I have a look on it. It has culling, it has chance to explode, it has remove life, it has more damage. Everything is about damage. And as a mercenary like a witch hunter, you like a bursting damage on the enemies real quick. So I call it assassin because assassin gonna finish the target very real quick. So call it assassin is fair enough, right? The next one, the tanky hunter is a crazy idea about it. The hunter here, the witch hunter. But yeah, I like to give some choices for everybody about things, about some creative things. Who knows, right? Maybe everybody gonna have some idea about crazy tanky hunters, which is still deal damage, moving faster, something. I don't know. Yeah, but here is my idea. Of course, if tanky, you need war seal, and then you need war seal recovery rate. And yeah, the next one is like you're gonna have some passive become the weapon set skill point. Why is it? Because I think in the skill point of the weapon set, maybe somewhere it provided tanky version because the rest of the things gotta provide you the defensive layers. So here the things, okay, and the culling is just adding points. You can select anything else out of the culling, is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anything. Okay, so the next one is Gambling Legend. I got accident when spelling this one. The Gambling Legionnaire. Yeah. So the Gambling Legionnaire is a very complicated, and it itself have yeah, it's not complicated as the monk, but it itself has a complicated. Why? Because it has too many ways to create the ascendancies, and also it has too many creative ways to create build around this one. So from my idea, from my opinion, I think we have 3 ways to go the ascendancies, like quality all skill, level all skill, add skill slot, and max rest. It's very tanky. From my point of view, it's very tanky, like a max resistance, and you got additional skill slot, which is gonna give you more resistance, right? More max resistance. Yeah. And also the next one is the attribute stacking. The attribute stacking is also very viable in the PoE one here, but here we got the Ascendancy, which is all aiming about the attribute. The first one, I guess, attribute cover all the attribute required. So you just focus on one attribute, right? And you got another things like double attribute, number 8. And here, the rest one is not about the attribute, but it's also increase the quality of the skill gem. Nice. And also like the last one is 30% skill cost, but skill gem gonna like cost 3 more 30%, 30% more attribute required. But you have the number 8 and number 7, so you don't need to worry about this one. That's why it's called attribute stacking. Okay, the last one, skill master. Why skill master? Because all of it is related to skill. You're gonna have 3 add skill slot at number 4. You can use 2 copy of the same support at number 5. And number 1, number 2 is quality of all skill and +1 level of all skills. So this one is nice to have try on it, but I know, yeah, at a very early we have to play 3 acts and that 3 acts again. So it's like a 6 act for one character. So if you idea about to reroll it, be careful. You have to spend more time on it. Okay, the last one, the monk. The monk, I have just less idea because for me, the monk is for very smart guy to know how to play with this dude. Okay, so I also have some idea about a tanky, about the cold invoker, lightning invoker, semi tank for the invoker ascendancies. So the tanky gonna go with the spirit every 6 ES blah blah blah. Yeah, which is very wrong, very long here. You can create a sentence that is on the number one. Number one here in the invoker here, you can see it's a very long sentence. But the energy seal, but overall, it's gonna give you the energy seal recharge combined with the spirit mechanic, make you durable and deadly, right? And the second one, the cold invoker. The cold invoker gonna give you the crit gonna ignore the illyrest, which is lightning do the same thing. Only here why we have cold and lightning, because number 6 and number 4 and number 5. Here, number 4, you're gonna have like them as extra cold, and number 5 them as extra lightning. So that's why we have lightning and cold invoker. The rest is the same, like a trigger illy rest, expert on melee crit, and damage extra, and inflict elemental ailment, right? The next one is a semi tank. Why semi tank? Because it's gonna recharge energy shield, more energy, and one spirit and crit ignore early rest. Like it's not a tanky, it's semi tanky. It's gonna have a little bit damage on it, right? The last one, the acolyte of Cellula. In this guy, I have only 3 idea about Ascendancy. I have no idea about the other else. Like people have created tons of the Ascendancy idea for the acolyte Cellula. But for me, like this guy has a very complicated ascendancies. So let's go for the first one, the darkness Cellula, which is gonna give you the maximized chaos resistance and raise the darkness to scale the massive damage. So the darkness Cellula is the strongest one for you to have the damage. Everything about this one is about the damage. And the next one is the tanky Cellula, gonna give you the Monolith instant, Monolith recover. Why is tanky? This you're gonna combine with Mind over Matter, which is later on. But I heard that information, Mind over Matter not gonna give you the damage, remove the energy shield before mana. Yeah, I don't know. Let's check it later on. But here from my from the day I start create this one, I still see that Mind over Matter, like the old Mind over Matter. But here, yeah. So you got a life lich with the number 6. Number 6 here of the Cellular, like this one. So in the lucid dream, you got this flame of blah 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 blah. There are lots of things. So red blue blah blah, the flame of Cellular here. So like it's double, so you see it's right down here as a red blue purple Cellular grand life lich and chaos damage blah blah blah. So this is the tanky Cellular. And the last one, why I call it chaos Cellular, because I feel like it related to chaos. So the first one, chaos rest. The second one, gain extra damage as a chaos damage. And the third one is darkness blah 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 blah, restore the darkness. And the darkness also, yeah, extra chaos. So the chaos Cellula is about chaos. That's why I call it chaos Cellula. And so on. This is everything from me about the ascendancy choices I have made from my point of view and my opinion about how it should work and how it should fit to me. And maybe some of you guys too. But here, that's the warp. That's a warp on the best build for each class in Path of Exile 2. What I'm thinking, whether you're freezing or you out of content, or you not know which one to go, where to go with the classes or the ascendancy choices, you guys may try to some idea me I have here. Maybe it will work, maybe it will not, but who knows, right? But until next time, I will make the good one for the for the Ascendancy and the build. After we got everything here, like we're still missing some point here, like they just got a number, they got nothing here. So I will release another clips about the build, how playing. Of course I will play the Stormweaver, but depends on how the content changes, the things changes. If nothing changes, I still play this guy. Okay, and if I'm missing something, please let me know in the comment. I will fix in the next video. And thank you guys for watching this one, and if you like the video, please leave the like button and leave a comment to let me know. Maybe subscribe. I know it will not work, but yeah, it's actually work for us as a YouTuber. We create videos, we asking viewer for the subscribe. It's not work, but yeah, it's work somehow. So thank you guys again, and see you guys in the next video.